My name is Jack Turner, and I own a 5,200-acre ranch just outside a small mountain town in Colorado. Most people know me as a quiet rancher who prefers fixing fences over arguing with neighbors. What they didn't know was that my family had owned this land for over 100 years. Every road, pasture, creek, and trail inside my property was clearly marked with private property signs. At least, I thought it was. One Saturday morning, I heard the sound of engines near my north pasture. Looking out across the valley, I saw two white SUVs with flashing amber lights driving through my ranch. The sides of the vehicles had large decals that read, HOA Patrol Community Enforcement. I frowned. There wasn't an HOA anywhere near my ranch. I climbed into my pickup and drove toward them. When I arrived, two men wearing black tactical-style uniforms were taking pictures of my barns and livestock. One even had a body camera strapped to his chest. I stepped out calmly. "Morning. Can I help you?" The taller man barely looked at me. "We're conducting a neighborhood compliance inspection." I smiled. "On whose property?" "Yours." "No, you're not." He folded his arms. "This area falls under HOA jurisdiction." I pointed toward the large ranch gate behind them. "That gate literally says private ranch." The second man replied, "We've received complaints about your fencing, livestock, and abandoned equipment." I laughed. "You mean my tractors?" He wasn't amused. "We'll determine what's compliant." I reached into my truck and pulled out a folded survey map. "This entire valley belongs to me." Neither man even looked at it. Instead, the taller officer pulled out a citation pad. "I'm issuing you a notice for unauthorized agricultural structures." I stared at him. "You're writing me a fake ticket." "It's an HOA violation." "There's no HOA here." He shrugged. "Tell that to the board." That was enough. I warned them one final time. "Leave my property now." The taller man smirked. "Oh, what?" I simply replied, "Or you're trespassing." Instead of leaving, they continued walking deeper onto my ranch. One even began measuring one of my hay barns. I quietly called the county sheriff's office. 20 minutes later, two deputies arrived. The fake patrol members immediately walked toward the deputies. "Officers, this landowner is refusing to cooperate with HOA enforcement." The deputies exchanged confused looks. One deputy asked, "What HOA?" The taller patrol officer confidently handed over laminated identification cards. The deputy studied them carefully. Then he asked, "Who issued these?" "Our community board." The deputy frowned. "You're presenting yourselves as law enforcement." "We never said we were police." "But you're wearing tactical uniforms, driving mock patrol vehicles, carrying body cameras, and issuing citations." Neither man answered. I handed the deputies my deed, county survey, and property tax records. The sheriff confirmed everything within minutes. "This ranch is private property." The fake patrol leader interrupted. "The HOA voted to expand its enforcement zone." The deputy looked directly at him. "That's not how private property works." Things became even stranger. One deputy inspected the citation book. It closely resembled official county code enforcement paperwork. The wording, formatting, and warning language were almost identical. Now the deputies were taking this much more seriously. They requested identification from both men. Neither had any law enforcement certification. Neither worked for the county. Neither had authority to issue citations. Yet dozens of completed citation forms filled their notebook. The sheriff immediately contacted county investigators. While we waited, several nearby homeowners arrived. One elderly couple looked relieved. They explained the fake HOA patrol had been driving around for months. They claimed authority over roads, fences, landscaping, RV parking, and even holiday decorations. Many homeowners had actually paid fines because they believed the patrol was legitimate. One family admitted they paid over $2,000 after receiving multiple warnings. The fake patrol had collected thousands of dollars. County investigators soon arrived. They searched both SUVs. Inside they found stacks of fake citations, receipt books, cash payments, official-looking warning stickers, uniform patches nearly identical to real public safety agencies. The investigation quickly expanded. Detectives later discovered the HOA president had created the entire HOA Patrol program without any legal authority. Her goal was simple: intimidate homeowners into following HOA rules, even outside a subdivision. My ranch happened to be directly next door. She assumed nobody would question it. She was wrong. Within days, investigators interviewed dozens of victims. Some had paid hundreds. Others had altered their properties because they believed the fake officers had legal authority. One elderly veteran even removed a memorial flagpole after receiving a warning. That made everyone furious. A month later, the courtroom was filled with homeowners. Evidence covered several tables: fake badges, uniforms, citation books, receipt records, videos from their body cameras. The judge carefully reviewed everything. Then he asked the fake patrol leader one simple question: did you possess any legal authority to enforce regulations on Mr. Turner's ranch? No. Did you knowingly enter private property after being told to leave? Yes. The courtroom fell silent. The judge ruled that both men had illegally trespassed, falsely represented enforcement authority, and participated in collecting unlawful fines. The HOA was held financially responsible for creating and supervising the fake patrol. Every homeowner who paid illegal fines received refunds. Additional civil damages were awarded. The fake patrol program was permanently dissolved. Months later, peace returned to the valley. The fake patrol vehicles disappeared. The HOA removed every sign mentioning community enforcement. One afternoon, I repaired the same fence where I'd first met those fake officers. Looking across my ranch, I couldn't help but smile. Owning land doesn't just mean having a deed. Sometimes it means standing your ground when someone mistakes confidence for authority. Because no matter how official a fake badge looks, it has absolutely no power against the real owner.